Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Pat Dorsey along with Derek Dorsey. Derek, we've got Apple Valley coming into town here as a number 7 seed, whereas Eagan here, of course, is a number 2 seed. It'll be an interesting game, Derek. The first time Eagan and Apple Valley met, Eagan put a beat down on them by about 29 points, and everything was going well. You remember that game? This is where Eagan played almost every guy on the bench, and we had 17 3-point makes that game, and that was a school record on that night. And Coach David Collier was back in a 2-3 zone, Derek. I don't think we'll see that zone tonight. But anyway, the second time we played them at Eagan, or at Apple Valley, Apple Valley hung in there with a 4-point loss. And so this game could be really interesting. The first time we met, beat them down by about 29. Next time was by 4 points. So I think Apple Valley's probably confident coming in. So what do you think, Derek? When you were in high school, you're playing football, you're up there at Concordia playing football right now. What are you thinking as a player, getting ready for the playoffs when it's single elimination and winner moves on and loser goes home?
Well, there's definitely some nerves, and just based on warm-ups, the guys look dialed. But, we've beat these guys twice, so you got to play with some confidence and just play some fundamental basketball and do what you've been doing. Because it's worked twice, and hopefully it'll work a third time.
Well, that is the case. So I think right away, Eagan really wants to get out early and just kind of flex their muscles a little bit and move forward with it. So Jack Hansen, he's going to get the nod here at Farmington. Trevor Searing got the start in the post, but Trevor will be able to see him. Oscar Kazan, of course, has been a starting point guard all year. It's a three-year starter, Oscar.
One of the leading scorers, too, averaging about 12 points.
Very good. Then we got Austin Carruthers, another senior. And Max Busley looks like he got a fresh new haircut today. That looks good on Max.
Max has been butter from 3 all year. I'd love to see him do that again this game.
He likes to find that himself down in the left corner, Derek, and lights it up from down there. Of course, we got Emmanuel Schmitter, number 13. He's our horse.
I've always loved watching E-Man. He's been starting on varsity for a while now. He just gets after it.
It's good to see Emmanuel back. He went up, Derek, I don't know if you saw this, but he went on an offensive rebound down at Rosemount early in the game, and he got undercut a little bit, landed square on his back. And we were concerned here at Wildcat country, and it's good to see him back. He sat out last Friday against Farmington. Get him rested, but I've been assured that he is 100% healthy. And here we go. We got the tip, controlled by Apple Valley, number 2. That's JoJo Mitchell. JoJo Mitchell's a freshman, Derek.
Mitchell is their leading scorer with about 15 points a game, so we better keep him under control.
As a freshman, that's unbelievable. As I look at their roster, Derek, I see six ninth graders on their roster. So Apple Valley is definitely an up-and-coming team.
Yep, they're young and they're hungry, and they want to upset Eagan tonight.
Yes, they do, and they have a little belief in that step. I don't see them sitting in a 2-3 zone, but we'll see. That's JoJo Mitchell missing on the three-pointer. Quickly ahead is Eagan. That's Carruthers over there on the left side, getting some instructions, nearly stolen away by Achoro. Here's Busley near side now, cutting into the rim is Kazan. Underneath, baseline pass. Look for a shot, skip pass. Baseline penetration. Kazan sees Busley, one more pass. There's Carruthers on that line. Just like I was saying at the beginning of the broadcast, Eric, that's where Max likes it, and that's where Carruthers seems to get us off on the right foot here. 3-0 lead here with Eagan.
Great touch on the ball by Carruthers.
Starters for Apple Valley, we've got Acharo, Mitchell, Tazazu, number 11 out there. Actually, I don't see him out there. He's on the bench. He'll come in later as a guard. Penetration, cut off, nice. That's Ford. Kicks out three-pointer, number 32. That's Christensen. And he ties us up here with about 16 and a half minutes to go. Little light zone pressure here. Looking to trap, probably across half court, having a little trouble with it. Finds Carruthers, skip pass over to Busley. Another skip pass. Looks like the Apple Valley is
Way back.
again, same spots.
Carruthers.
Six quick points for AC. I'm surprised, Derek, that they're sitting in that 2-3 zone because they got punished a month and a half ago here with giving up 17 threes, giving up nearly 80 points with the home victory a month and a half ago. But anyway, maybe that's a surprise.
And they've been getting punished, and they've given up too early, so maybe they'll change it, or maybe they'll stick with it.
Penetration the inside, slips. I think he slipped on his shoe there, Derek. Tied up, that was Christensen. And then Jack Hansen picked up the loose ball, tied it up, and it'll be Egan's ball on the tie-up. A little soft pressure. Looks like it's more of a man-to-man here. Let's see what. Looks like they just kind of want to hang in there. Little reach in, didn't get called there by Ford. To the penetration off the glass, rims around the foul, that's one. Nice penetration, aggressive move by Emmanuel Schmitter, and he'll go to the free throw line shooting one.
Beautiful and one. I'd like to take this time to recognize our platinum sponsors for helping out the Wildcats. We have Escape With Us Vacations, Twin Cities Orthopedics, Urgency Room, and Chick-fil-A. Thank you.
Emmanuel Schmitter misses that free throw. Quickly ahead is Apple Valley, but Max Busley cleans up the rebound. Another penetration, loses the ball, and we get a foul called. That was fortunate. Emmanuel went strong with his left, but he was bumped, Derek, of course. It's easy to agree. It's easy to agree with referees when they call it for the home team.
It is. I thought that was a great call.
Here's Tazazu coming in, checking in. I mentioned his name a little bit earlier. Acharo is going to the bench. Tazazu, an 11th grader. He had a big game against us in one of the matchups that we had. Doing a little work in that high post was Austin Carruthers. Got a couple of buckets by Austin and a bucket by Emmanuel Schmitter at this point in the early goings. High post, penetration, Jack Hansen stopped. Pretty good defense there by Young. Inside post move, here's Schmitter, double down on him. He works it off the glass and good.
Too easy.
He had to work for that one, Derek. Don't you think?
But
He got the double team, and we got a reach down foul. And that was unfortunate. That was a foul. He kind of pulled him down, but I think Young was falling before Schmitter put his hands on it. But Emmanuel picks up his first foul. 10-3. This is the start that Eagan wanted. They wanted to get out right away and just kind of put the question marks that they can hang with Eagan right off the bat. Here's JoJo Mitchell, though, has a little bit of an answer. And he gets a picked up floater basket, and that'll take a timeout by Dave Collier, the head coach of Apple Valley.
In this timeout, I'd like to recognize the gold sponsors for the Wildcats. We have John Mulkern with Ballpark Realty, Eagan Arms, Eagan Traveling Basketball, Steve Madden with Morgan Stanley, Ole Hughes Insurance Agency, Tradition Mortgage, and Valbridge Property Advisors.
That timeout takes us to a 10-5 lead here, Derek. As I'm looking at the games, you know, in that 29-point game, there wasn't really a whole lot of scoring output there by Apple Valley in that first meeting, but JoJo Mitchell, who's got a couple of buckets here, he had 19 against Eagan on that 52-48 game here about 3 weeks ago. So we got to contain him. Here's Eagan now at Carruthers, half-court offense, working a lot of back screens out of this offense. Man-to-man defense, Apple Valley. They want to keep Emmanuel Schmitter on the perimeter. When he goes downhill, getting to the rim, that's pretty dangerous. Good ball reversal here by Blue. Good patience. Here's Schmitter on the top. He's going all the way to the rim. Kicks it off to Busley for three. Near side, rims around, no good. It was halfway in. Bounces off, Apple Valley controls. And they're going up quick, up high tempo here, Apple Valley. Good defense. Here's a Charo. JoJo Mitchell reset the offense. Number 34 in the top of the key, back over to Mitchell. Sneaking around, here's Ford again, 32 Christensen. Good defense here, just not giving anything in the middle here right now with Eagan. Carruthers with good defense there, cutting off Ford. And now we got Ford on the top of the key working at Kazan, kicks it over, number 30, and that's Ford on the right side. And he hits the three.
Apple Valley's feeling good right now. We better contain them a little bit.
And that brings us to a 10 to 8 point game with under 13 minutes to go. That Apple Valley possession was very patient. They worked it around and didn't really try and force anything. Got a few substitutions here. We got Charlie Burt, Trevor Searing, and Liam Madigan hopping in there for Eagan.
Trevor Searing has been a charge-taking machine. We'll see if he takes any more on his shift out here.
He's done an amazing job with that. That's quite a skill. We might have another one. Daniel Schmitter went hard to the rim. Somebody, I didn't catch the name, or I didn't catch the number. Somebody stepped in there, and that's trouble. That's Emmanuel Schmitter's second foul early, and he'll go have a seat. That'll bring in Alex Schrupfer coming into the game and giving Emmanuel a blow. It's not what McKenzie was looking for with a second foul early with Emmanuel.
Nope, and he had to wisely take him out, let him get a breather, control himself, and he'll go back in a little bit.
He'll get back in there. Hopefully with a bigger lead. Here's Ford. JoJo Smith from deep, no good. That's Schupper with the rebound. Cut off by number 20, Young. Still has the ball. Liam, we better get it over half court here pretty soon. Trevor comes up to relieve the press. Here's Kazan. Got away with a travel, finds Searing down low off the glass, rims in and good. Got away with a travel.
You always love to see that as an Eagan fan.
That's right. All right, here we go. 12 to 8. Trevor Searing really had nice patience there. He caught the ball and kept his feet set, pump faked, and went up and got it off the glass and got his two. Little slip go, no good. Turnover. Schrupfer with his hands on the ball. He's going to lead the break himself. He's a freshman. Got Oscar Kazan from that left wing, short, no good. Rims around, chases his own rebound, followed up by Ford. And here comes number 20, Young, here on the left side. Working against Schrupfer off the knee, and that's going to go Eagan's way. Good defense. Ford showed him the ball a little bit. Schrupfer reached in, tapped it off his knee, and we're going to stick with Eagan.
For the Eagles.
What do you think of this pace, Derek?
You know, it's a fiery pace. They're playing physical, and I'm liking it as a watcher because what else do you got to do on a Tuesday night than watch some section playoff basketball?
This is the 2-7 right now. Liam Madigan down in the block. Looking for Charlie Burke, but stolen away by Mitchell. Loses it just for a moment, and he's going to reset and call out to play number 2. Let's see what number 2 is all about here. Coach is yelling number 2. There's a switch up top. Schrupfer guarding the ball. Now Charlie Burke gets a little bit off balance. Here's a Choro penetrating the middle, and we got a reach-in foul on Schrupfer. That'll be the third team foul.
Yeah, you can tell that they're playing for their seasons because everyone here knows that one of these teams will be done after tonight, and you can tell that neither one of these teams wants it to be them.
Right. And Apple Valley is an up-and-coming team, like we mentioned, that they're pretty young out here. They've only won 4 games this year, but they've been in a few, and so they've got probably more confidence than a typical 4-win team in the season. They've gotten better throughout the year, and that usually happens with young teams. Here's some weaving out here. Acharo from the deep 3 left side. That's going to go in. And we're down, only down 1, as Apple Valley says. Quickly ahead, though, is Charlie Burt. Eagan is a 1-point lead, nearly stolen away. Liam Madigan up top. It's trapped, picked up, stolen away. into the lane. We got a, oh my goodness, no. I mean, there should have been something there. A lot of contact, but no call. Here's Charlie Burke from that same corner. And Apple Valley's got to be very, very frustrated with that.
Momentum shift.
That was a huge momentum. Searing was in there for the charge, but he may have been inside that circle. Probably a block. There was no call, and then all of a sudden we just go back the other way and get a 3 by Charlie Burke. 15-11 here early. So we talked about how the defense there by Eagan was preventing middle penetration. I think in our last several possessions there, Apple Valley is getting it to the inside.
Yeah, we need to play our game. We need to play our fundamental basketball because we can't be playing Apple Valley's game. We need to be running this game.
That is absolutely on point. Apple Valley's game, of course, is dribble penetration, draw fouls, and Eagan's game is spread the court, reverse it, hit threes. So that's what we're looking for. Jack Kruger in the game now for Eagan. Working around that weak side. And we step out of bounds and a turnover. Good defensive pressure from Charlie Burke.
Back in the game for the Eagles, Kamari Young, number 20.
Student section was given 4 and a little extra right there, right in front of them.
Right in front of them. That's you either love that or you hate that, don't you?
Oh yeah. Yep, the energy here is electric. The student section is strong. Feeling a little bit like Target Center right now.
That's right. Got a lot to do. Emmanuel Schmitter back in, rolling the dice a little bit. Things have been going pretty well without him. However, McKenzie's gambling a little bit with him on the floor. Nice little slip pass, tipped at the last second by Charlie Burke. 2 passes, 1. Oh, that was a travel. But no call there. In transition, we're turning the ball over a little bit too much, Derek. We don't love that.
Yep.
You got to take care of the ball, boys. Jack Kruger, left side, dribble penetration off the glass. That's going to block out of bounds. That'll stay with Eagan.
Number 10, Austin Carruthers back in for the Wildcats. Going out Charlie Burke.
Austin Carruthers back in.
For Apple Valley into the game.
See if we can see Mr. Carruthers knock down a few triples while he's in here.
Tough pass, handled, not handled. Another turnover by Eagan.
It's looking like a track meet out here.
Tough pass by Austin Carruthers right at the feet of Searing. And here's JoJo Mitchell from long range, chased down by Searing. Just over 8 to go here in the first half. 15-13 Eagan, low scoring at this point. Here's Emmanuel Schmitter on that right side. Gets a ball screen here by Trevor Searing. There's a quick shot there by Kruger. No good. Controlled by Mitchell. He's going all the way to the rim. He pushed off a little bit, no good. Could have been a block or a push. And we get a defensive foul on Mitchell as he tries to stop Carruthers. That's Mitchell's first. We got to keep an eye on Mitchell. Mitchell's their leading scorer, you mentioned, right? What's he average, Derek, did you say?
Averaging roughly 15 and a half points a game.
He had 19 the game that was the tight one against Eagan. So he's a force to be reckoned with, and a 9th grader.
Yeah.
Daniel Schmidt will run the point here as Oscar Kazan takes a quick little break. Guarded by Ford, high post here, Jack Hansen. Kruger over there on the left side. Dribble penetration to the rim, rims off, no good. Offensive board though, Schmitter's right there.
E-Man with a great board. He's averaging about 7 rebounds a game.
Carruthers took it hard to the glass.
He did.
Yeah, averaging, what do you say? I interrupted you, sorry, Derek. He averages about 7 a game of rebounds?
About 7, yeah.
He can do, you know, McKenzie asks him to do a lot of things. He's the leading scorer, he's the leading rebounder, he's a a defensive specialist. He guards their best player. Sometimes he runs the perimeter. Sometimes he goes down on the block. Sometimes he gets a steal here, gets his hands on the ball. He's an electric player for sure.
And he'll throw it down when he needs to.
He will definitely put it down. Off that zone, little teardrop by Acharo off that left-handed dribble. Tough shot. Over Carruthers. Little back door, but picked up by, I don't think that was for Kruger, was it, Derek? I think that was a mishandled backdoor cut, and Kruger was a backup baseball player there. Here's Kruger from the left wing. That's going to be long, but a foul on the perimeter. He'll shoot 3. Foul is on number 35, Jacob Shockley. Got Kruger on his way down. He'll shoot 3.
Three-shot foul.
Thanks to Maria and the Escape artists at Escape With Us Vacations. They've been advising the Eagan and broader Twin Cities community on their travel plans for years. Reach out to Maria to plan your 2023 spring break travel. TCO is trusted by some of the biggest names in sports. They bring that same level of care to athletes of all ages to our community too. Training House, powered by TCO, is a sports performance and recovery facility. Athletes at every level work with Training House experts to elevate their game.
Number 3, Oscar Kazan back in.
All right, Oscar Kazan back in. Jack Kruger knocks down a few, and we're back up by 4. 19-15. And that little zone press right here, looking to trap them right as they cross half court. See if Apple Valley is cautious with that, which they are. Bringing it across the middle. Manuel Schmitter nearly with a steal again. Chased down by Ford. Here comes JoJo Mitchell. He'll walk it across the timeline and reset. Going against this 2-3 zone, slowing down the pace a little bit. I think McKenzie didn't love that they were penetrating the middle quite regularly here in the last few minutes, causing some problems for Eagan, drawing some fouls. It also kind of protects Emmanuel Schmitter too. You know, if him in a little mini foul trouble right now on the court with 2 fouls.
Yep.
Going across court, we're just kind of patient. Playing catch out here, Apple Valley right now. Clock is running at 5.5. 4-point game. Long possession. Here's JoJo Mitchell. He's had a, oh my goodness. 43 just came out like a bull in a china shop. Went over about 3 or 4 guys, and
rumbling in there.
Rumble, stumble, bumble. It was Cameron Hanna. No foul, but he did last touch it, and it'll be Eagan's ball. But the team that is the underdog, Derek, you want to have a low-scoring game, and this actually fits into Apple Valley's pace. If you're the underdog, you want fewer possessions out there. And that's what's happening right now. Oscar Kazan inside post. Jack Hansen spins around right into number 22. That's Jaden Cunningham, and he gets wrapped up. Great help side defense by Cunningham. He came in, subbed in for Acharo, but he was in perfect help side position there on the spinning Jack Hansen.
It's unfortunate for Jack because he was definitely looking to dish it out, and it was a little too late.
Jack's got a great feed over there on those inside. Got a big time trap right there, kicked over. Here's JoJo Mitchell, cross cap pass, very unselfish, great pass. He was eyeing that 3-pointer and then saw Hanna open up there in that cross diagonal pass. Another turnover. Here's Emmanuel Schmitter, loses the ball, a little trailer, another layup. And that's Christensen, and McKenzie will call a timeout as Apple Valley ties it up here at 19 with 4.5 to go. Not a great spurt here by Eagan.
Thanks to Urgency Room for your platinum sponsorships. Urgency Room is located over off of Lone Oak in Lexington. They'll help you get the care you need now without the wait. And And also thank you to our local Eagan Chick-fil-A on Yankee Doodle for sponsoring halftime prizes during home games this season. Chick-fil-A has been great to work with, and the concessions are a highlight of home games here at Eagan. Once again, thank you to John Mulkern with Ballpark Realty. John is no stranger to Eagan boys basketball. His son Tanner is a 9th grader in the program, and he is a longtime supporter of the Eagan High School boys basketball program. And also thanks to Eagan Arms. It is located around the corner from Walgreens on Lexington. If you're looking for a great place to share stories and laughs with friends and other games, and after the game, consider Eagan Arms for food and drinks inspired from far off England, Wales, Scotland, and Ireland. You will not be disappointed.
All right, Derek. Big spurt here by Apple Valley here at the end. It's all generated by turnovers. You know, Eagan, we aren't keeping track of turnovers right now, but I feel like they're probably around 8 turnovers in this first half, don't you think?
It's definitely not a good stat. And I don't think Coach McKenzie will be laughing about that during halftime.
No, he's going to be looking at some adjustments of how to take care of the basketball. Baseline penetration finds Emmanuel Schmitter on that left side, rims around, no good. Controlled here by Apple Valley, number 22, Cunningham with that rebound.
See if Eagan can adjust the defense here and stop their momentum, because Apple Valley's feeling good right now.
Well, back to man is Eagan. Fronting the post there is Jack Hansen on Hannah. JoJo Mitchell over to Cunningham. Christensen, now Acharo. Little hop back three-pointer. Acharo finds it, and that takes their first lead. 22-19. See how Eagan responds here.
That really sucked the gravity out of here.
Long shot, Carruthers, rebound, reaches around, and Cunningham, another rebound by the shorter, stronger looking Cunningham. Cunningham's about, he's listed as 6 feet. He might be that. Little floater and wild shot by JoJo, but Eagan controls. Here's another quick shot here in the corner. That's Oscar Kazan. Couple of quick shots here with Eagan.
The 3-ball has seemed to worn off a little bit. Hopefully it'll get a little more hot coming up later.
Yeah, we started off with a few early, I think, with Carruthers with 2, and did Busley get 1 too?
I think he did.
As well. So here's Acharo, another one. He's a little long on that one. Great high rebound and a foul push down by Hannah. He doesn't love the call, but it was an easy call. And Emmanuel slow to get up.
You hate to see that as an Eagan fan.
And he, I'm not sure how he landed. He was up, but then he was down, and he fell. Ooh, he's holding his ankle. And he's very tender. Concern on the Wildcats right now with Emmanuel Schmitter going down with an ankle.
The boys are going to have to figure something out, because that is a big part of the offense and defense gone now.
All right, well, somebody else's opportunity, and we'll see what happens here moving forward. We got to get a good possession here. We've had a couple of quick shots, a couple of turnovers, and we need to stop this run right now. Liam Madigan is in the game, in the backcourt. Apple Valley extending their man-to-man pressure, really bothering. We're going to get a 10-second count pretty soon. They get it across right about 9. Trevor Searing. Alex Schrupfer now in the ball game for Eagan. Hands off to Busley. Just 2 minutes to go here in the half. Acharo nearly stolen away. Rolls around. Loose ball picked up by number 32, Christensen, and another turnover. Acharo was bothering Busley here on the top. Penetration and picked his pocket. Number 1 now, Acharo. I'm sorry, number 11. I've been calling number 11 Acharo, and that's Tazazu. Kazazu's had those big buckets. Rims off, another wild shot by Mitchell.
Looking for a foul, did not get it.
That's a little bit of the ninth grade mentality a little bit. Oh, nice dipsy move by Oscar Kazan. Little reverse layup. The difference there is a senior and a freshman on that finish. The last two finishes by Mitchell, he was going away from the basket looking for a foul, whereas Kazan was going right to the rim. And if he gets fouled, he gets fouled. If not, he's going to make the basket. Here's Mitchell here on the near side penetrating, and we got a charge. He's called. There's your boy there, Derek.
There he is. Trevor
Searing, you called it. He's a charge-making machine, if that's a thing. Trevor Searing, he has games of 4 charges, 3 charges, multiple charges in multiple games. And he is, I don't remember a game, Derek, that he has not gotten a charge. And so he's got that string held once again. Full court man-to-man denial pressure here. Pass back to Alex Schrofer. So a lot of confidence in that freshman, that backside. Here's Liam Madigan here near, right in front of the Apple Valley bench. Another cross-court pass. And here's Alex Schrofer. Liam Madigan for 3. Another miss. Schrofer with an offensive rebound, and Cunningham's going to foul him.
And now the boys are rolling up their sleeves a little bit.
A little bit here. Now let's get Schrofer will go to line shooting 2. 1-1, I'm sorry. That was on the floor.
At the line, Alex Schrofer shooting 1-1.
45 seconds to go here in the half. Let's get these 2 free throws, get a stop, and a bucket at the buzzer, Derek. And then we'll go in the locker room with a lead.
Thanks to our EAA Youth Travel Basketball Program for sponsoring the boys. Many of our boys have grown up in this program and benefited from the experience.
Missed free throw by Alex Schrofer, but Liam Madigan gets the offensive rebound, kicks it out to Busley, and he hits the 3, 24-22 with 30 seconds to go. 1-3-1 zone. We have not seen this out of Eagan all year. This will be surprising. Good call just to make Apple Valley think about what we're doing. 20 seconds to go. Looks like they're going for the last shot. 1-3-1 zone. You're vulnerable on the backside wing. So keep it out of the middle, but get to that backside shooter. Baseline penetration nearly stolen away. Here's Tazazu. Cunningham at the buzzer, rims around, no good. Liam Madigan from long distance, no good. Little momentum change, Derek, that's what we needed.
Yes.
Got an offensive rebound there by Alex Schrofer, got fouled. Offensive rebound on the free throw by Liam Madigan, knocked down the 3, and Eagan will go to locker room with the 2-point lead here with the section quarterfinals. We will be back here shortly for this section final, the 2 versus 7, Apple Valley versus Eagan. back here at Eagan High School. Eagan has been, back and forth a little bit, a little closer than what Eagan would like it to be here in the 7 versus 2 matchup. Got a 24-22 point lead, Derek. Turnovers have been the key. When we walk down and talk to Coach Knutson, he's the guy that takes the stats, says that we got 6 turnovers, huh? Is that what he said?
Yep, just about 6 turnovers. Honestly, feels like more, but
it does feel like that, and I think it's because of what happens after the turnovers. Apple Valley is scoring baskets when we're turning it over, and so they're really taking advantage of our turnovers. So hopefully that second half doesn't go that way. A little bit around the section right now. Bloomington Jefferson, that will be the winner of this game and the winner of Jefferson versus Burnsville. They're at 29-27 at halftime. That's a 3-6 matchup. And then Eastview up big at the half against Hastings. That's the 1-8. And then Rosemount up big against Park Cottage Grove. They're up 23-12 at halftime. But the game that we're interested right now, Derek, is the one that's right in front of us, and that's Eagan and Apple Valley. And that's a 24-22 point lead, or a 2-point lead by Eagan. What did you see, Derek? What did you think of the first half?
Well, we were down with a few minutes left remaining, and we did get a much-needed 3-ball, but we lost the E-man, it seemed like, towards the end. Hopefully he'll be okay, so we're going to have to rally, and we're going to have to get after it. He did walk out of the locker room with a little bit of a limp in his step, but he was carried off the field, and it looks like he's going on the field or on the court. I'm thinking football with you, Derek. But Emmanuel's going to give it a shot. I'm sure Dee, the trainer, wrapped him up, taped him up good, and he's a senior. Let's lace him up and let's play. Tough kid, wants to win. Everyone needs to win, wants to win.
Apple Valley late getting out of the locker room. They're just walking out. Never a big fan of walking on the court. So let's see if we can't take advantage of that. I always loved my teams, Derek. I wanted them running out the court, and if nothing else, it just shows the other team that we're ready to go.
Yep.
Walking out shows the other team that it's like whatever, and it's a mental game on that side of the things. It's going to be Eagan's ball. Manuel Schmidt will toss it in. Starters on the floor for Eagan. That's Austin Carruthers, Oscar Kazan, Jack Hansen, Max Busley, and like I said, Emmanuel Schmidt. It'll be interesting how his foot feels.
Hopefully Eagan can get a quick jump on these guys, because a few quick buckets could alter the momentum a little bit.
First part of the second half is always critical. Always critical. The team that can go on the first run usually is a team that settles in. Man-to-man pressure. Apple Valley extends it. That's what kind of gave Eagan a little problems. They extended that man-to-man, just ball pressure in your grill. Little ball screen there by Jack Hansen with the screen, and Max Busley with the 3, 27-22. All right, let's get a couple of stops here. We're going to sit in that zone, little 2-3 zone.
Max's second 3 of the day. Hopefully he can get hot here in the second half.
He'll slow this tempo down quite a bit with Apple Valley. That's a Charo up top, over to Mitchell. Now that's Ford, still working the top of the perimeter. The Charo, loose ball picked up, and Max Busley, kind of a soft pass into the post there to Christensen, couldn't quite handle it, and Busley gets the steal. Reverse pass, here's Emmanuel all alone on that left side, rims around, no good, loose ball picked up by Ford, and here comes Apple Valley slowing down the pace.
Eagan's definitely going to have to play the patient game on defense, because that's what Apple Valley is doing right now, it seems to be.
Apple Valley wants to lower the possessions. The underdog wants to keep less possessions to keep the score close. And that's kind of what happened in the first half, is that they kept the possessions down, and all of a sudden Eagan makes a couple mistakes. A few turnovers, few layups, and they had a lead there for a while. Here's JoJo Mitchell And he was not hitting in the first half, but he hits this first one here in the second half. That's three-pointer by JoJo. He made his first, and then he missed a few, and now he's back on track. Backdoor cut. Here's Emmanuel. Finds Kazan in the corner. Aaron pass. Rims around. No good. And the layup, Mitchell. I think that was blocked by Mitchell. Or blocked by Max Busley.
Blocked by Busley.
Mitchell wanted that foul for sure. He had a reaction. Here's a little wheeling and dealing. Rims around, no good. Another missed shot. We're missing shots too, Derek.
Yes, we are. And Kazan's averaging about 12 points a game, and he's only sitting at 2 right now.
Yeah, he's missed a handful. Slowing down the pace. Apple Valley once again. Inside to Ford. Looks down low, and that is Cunningham. Ryan Christensen, I'm sorry. Nice high-low feed there by Apple Valley from Ford down to Christensen. Here's Acharo really putting on the clamps here with Kazan. Penetration to the middle, acrobatic Carruthers.
Too easy.
That was a nice acrobatic play there by Carruthers, getting into the inside. Sitting in this zone again. Baseline corner 3. No, but we got a whistle. That's going to go on Carruthers. He had his hands kind of wrapped around Ford as he kind of pulled him down to the floor. And that'll be Carruthers' foul. Austin's getting kind of fired up. He's having some words with some of the Apple Valley. Hopefully he kind of simmers down a little bit. He's been known to get a technical foul once in a while by saying some of the things that he should probably not say. Hopefully he can take a deep breath here, regroup. Here's Apple Valley. Trying to get into the paint. Man-to-man defense, switching up here. Searing's into the game now for Hansen. Also Liam Madigan for Emmanuel Schmitter. Here's Ford. Acharo over on that left wing. Working against Busley. Mitchell. Thought about penetrating, but Searing, the charge maker, cut him off. Good little pressure. Going to the rim. We had an opportunity. Max Busley had a chance to take a charge, went up for the block, but Mitchell, as we saw in the first half, kind of faded away from that rim. This time he went to the rim, drew the foul.
Big thank you to Steve Madden at Morgan Stanley as a returning sponsor this year. Steve's son, Jack, is a senior in the program this year. We appreciate your continued support. Rhonda and Dean Olhuse are no strangers to Eagan High School boys basketball. Their son Kurt graduated in 2020 and was one of the team captains that year. Rhonda was also the president of the Booster Club back then. Thanks to the Olhuse Insurance Agency for their ongoing support for the program.
Makes 1 of 2 free throws. Wildcats have a 1-point lead. Here we've got that full court press here by Apple Valley again. Alex Schrupper makes a little crossover move, and he brings it over the half court. Work it against Acharo. Rims around, up off the glass. Still finds it. Nice penetration by Carruthers. Didn't get the bucket, but Searing gets the tip back, and that's a good basket by Trevor Searing following that offensive rebound.
A much-needed basket puts us in the lead.
Here's JoJo Mitchell, another wild shot.
Board. Strong board.
That JoJo Mitchell is going to be a good player, Derek. He's a freshman, and he just lacks a little bit of the strength, but we're going to see that change in about a year. He's going to be able to finish those around the rim.
He'll be more experienced, stronger, everything.
Yeah, he's going to be fun to watch, over the years. 32, Christensen, who we've called his name a handful of times. He's a freshman. Cameron Young, number 20, he's a freshman. These are all big minute guys by Apple Valley.
Carruthers drawing a foul right there.
Is that on Mitchell? I think that might be his third. We'll find out. It's going to be on the scoreboard here pretty quick. We're right here again, right in front of the pit.
That is his third.
Right in front of the pit, and the pit is...
giving him an earful.
Let's see. Pete McGivern over there giving them a business. I see Jack Gesser over there. They're not shy about sharing their support by the Eagan Blue.
Brings me back to my days over there.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Yep.
All right, Searing flashes high. Here's Eagan, Schrupfer, baseline jumper, pull up, no good. Carruthers, handled by Apple Valley. Quickly ahead is Achoro. Defended, tipped away. Here's Alex Schrupfer, nearly with a steal and loses out of bounds. Great hustle play by Alex. Didn't go his way, but got his hands on the ball, and here we are.
Let's see if Eagan can keep Apple Valley from getting the ball in the bucket.
Here's number 30, that's Ford, working against Kazan, kicks it over to Acharo. They just want to catch and penetrate.
Wildcats are playing them tougher.
Kazazu. They're not giving up that middle penetration. That first half, there's moments in the first half where
tough pass.
Wild passes. They're reaching in. They're just getting a lot of tips on balls. Here's Alex Schrupfer, pump fake, dribbles one, rims no good. Misses a contested bucket, not an easy basket, a contested, but a good patience there by Alex. Pump fake, got the guys up in the air, but couldn't quite get it off the glass to find the rim. Here's number 22, now Cunningham. To Zazu, wings it around to Ford. Acharo in the paint, bouncer hound, and that was on the floor, no good. I gotta be honest, Derek, that was probably the lightest contact that we've seen in the last 4 or 5 possessions, and they got a foul there on number 31, Madigan.
There have been some physical no calls, and as a football player myself, you kind of do like to let the kids play.
You like that, huh?
Yep.
Yep. I could see that. All right, Apple Valley's ball underneath. We've got Hannah in there. Speaking of football, we got 2 pretty big horses down low at Hannah and Jack Hansen. They're going to bang a little bit. Looks like we're man-to-man Eagan. A lot of switching, so it kind of looks like a zone. Here's Mitchell, no long rebound, and we got an over-the-back call on number 22, Cunningham. And here again, you know, that was kind of a light one too. So all of a sudden, all this physicality comes, and a light foul on Eagan and a light foul on Apple Valley, and it kind of averages itself out. Eagan's ball, 31-28 with 11 and a half minutes to go. Full court press. Eagan has not handled this very well. A lot of times when you want to, when you get pressed, you want to attack them with scoring opportunities, and unfortunately, we just haven't hit shots today, Derek. And then we've turned it over on those times as well. Skip pass over to Charlie Burke. He's now in the ball game.
Another
light pass, stolen away by Mitchell. Controlled here by Apple Valley. They'll slow things down.
Eagan's just got to stay patient with them.
Manuel Schmitter is going to check back into the game. Here's Cunningham up on the top. To Zazu, wings around at number 20, Young. He's the freshman. Got it off the glass exactly how he wants to, but it didn't go down, and Hansen with a rebound. Quick shot, Kazan. No good. Another foul on the offensive board there. That's Hansen as Hannah controls the boards. I think it's clear to me these last 3 fouls by the referees, they were probably feeling like he was getting a little physical, and now they're just calling things to settle things down, which is probably the right move. It was getting a little bit wild. Alex Schrupfer takes a seat, and Liam Madigan back in. Emmanuel Schmitter, Max Busley, and Oscar Gazan. Jack Hansen here for the Wildcats. Looks like they're going to be sitting back in a 2-3 zone. Low-scoring affair here, 31-28. First time we played Apple Valley, 78 points were scored by Eagan. That's not going to happen tonight.
Nope.
2-3 zone here by Eagan. Actually a 3-2, a little bit of a squirrel cage defense. Cunningham inside, kicks it back out. A lot of patience, working the clock, lowering the possessions. That's what Apple Valley wants to do, keep the score low so they're always within striking distance. Cross-court pass, Liam Madigan didn't get down there. Finds Hannah for off the glass and for a basket. Great find. Was that Mitchell that made that pass? I couldn't quite tell. It was Tazazu or Mitchell, but a great diagonal pass. Here's Max Busley right in front of the pit and answers it. Max is the one guy that's hitting shots tonight for Eagan pretty consistently. Let's get him the ball. He's got the hot pony right now.
Yep, keep finding him on the wing or in the corner. He likes those spots.
He likes it from that skip pass or that post feed cross court pass, and he's hitting it. Here's that down low pass again to Hannah. Rim's no good. Tipped around. Tazazu hands it off to Cunningham, and that's going to be thrown out of bounds to Hannah. That'll go with Eagan.
Unlucky tip by Hannah right there.
He was a little bit out of position there. He does his work down low on the block, and he stepped out a little bit, and it was just kind of a weird spot to pass it to him, and it's a weird spot for him to catch it, and it just went out of bounds. Mitchell putting on some pressure against Oscar, gets by him. Cross-court passers, Madigan, and he finds it now all of a sudden.
Puts it in there.
All of a sudden we get a little spark, good transition. All started with Oscar not messing around. He just got right by Mitchell and then found Madigan on that diagonal pass. And that's what we want to do.
Student section starting to get into it a little bit more.
Riled up. And there's that little diagonal pass again. But he walks. Turnover. 2 turnovers Apple Valley equals 2 3-pointers on Eagan, which gives us a 37-30 lead. It looks like Apple Valley is going to want a timeout.
Thanks to Tom and Traditional Mortgage for sponsoring the program for a second year. Tom's son, Max, is a junior and plays on the varsity team. If you're looking for a new home and need a mortgage, check out the team at Tradition Mortgage. New to sponsoring the program, a very big thank you to Nate Hansen and Valbridge Property Advisors for their gold sponsorship this year. Nate's son, Jack, is a junior and plays on the varsity team.
Assistant Principal Pete Zach over there leading some cheers with the pit. I'm not hearing what they're saying. Do you know the cheer over there that he does?
You know, not off the top of my head, I'm not gonna lie.
looks like they're having fun over there. That's fun having that connection with the assistant principal and the students.
Some good rowdiness, because I mean this is one of these teams' last game of the year, and we don't want it to be Eagan's.
And you know, Apple Valley giving it a really good effort here. You know, controlling the tempo, great game plan, keeping the score low, causing some problems defensively, you know, their pressure. But that possession that Oscar had last possession, he just took a little jab step and got by Mitchell and then created offense. And that's what's going to beat the press. If we're scoring out of their pressure, then they got to drop back. But I don't think we've been aggressive. I think our goal has been just to get it across half court. Whereas if we can kind of change the mindset, we want to score layups or threes, we want to go. Acharo giving a little bit of problems with Oscar, but tipped away and out of bounds. It'll stay with Eagan. Emmanuel Schmidt in again. He's a little bit slower out there with his foot, Derek. He's limping, but he's giving it what he can. His presence on the floor is important. Nearly stolen away. Apple Valley in the passing lanes. Backdoor cut, Max Busley. Max Busley is alive right now. He's got the hot pony. He's got 11 points here.
Slicing through like butter right there.
That is totally. Got a nice back screen by Jack Hansen. Here we go, slowing down the possession. Now at this point, Eagan, as they extend a 9-point lead here, they're not too disappointed with lowering that clock, but easy bucket turnaround by Jaden Cunningham. Finds some space here in the top high post. Turns around, no one was guarding him. He knocks down about the 13-footer. Max Busley's, he scored, I think, the last 8 points. He was out of bounds, but the referee was kind of getting out of the way. Mitchell had 2 feet out of bounds when he caught that ball, but unfortunately the referees were too far away, and the referee that was on the baseline was trying to get out of the way of the play. So Apple Valley dodged a bullet there.
Yep.
As Liam Madigan picks up a foul, that'll be his second. Apple Valley ball underneath. Still a 1-point game over at Jefferson, Bloomington Jefferson, who has one of the top recruits in the state, Derek. He's getting recruited by every school in America, it seems like. Freitag is his name. He's a dynamic point guard. The winner of this game will play the winner of that game. That's Jefferson and Burnsville. That's a 1-point game with 9 minutes to go. Long shot, long rebound. And nobody was happy with that call except for Emmanuel Schmitter.
Apple Valley does not like the call, but I personally do.
Here we go. Oscar Kazan working against the Charo. Gets by, and he's going to get a foul there. I like the last couple of times Oscar just is getting it and going. He's not messing around with cutesy dribbles. He's just going, and he's creating opportunity for himself, creating opportunities for his teammates, and he's getting fouls as well. So that's a Charles first. He's not in trouble. And we got a timeout where Eagan, with just under 7 minutes to go, 39-32, Eagan.
Thank you to our silver sponsors, Andiamo's, Ansari's Mediterranean Grill and Lounge, Rami Carmount, Caldwell Banker Realty, MSB, Dunbros, Minnesota Magic, and Trail Stop Tavern.
Very good. Eagan comes in, Derek, with a 14-12 record, but unfortunately they've dropped their last 4. And so they're coming in with a 4-game losing streak, and maybe that's what we're kind of seeing, a little bit of the confidence, trying to regain some of that confidence that they had throughout the year. They've had a great season. The first winning season in 10 years.
Well,
it's been a little while.
Yeah. And what better way to break a losing streak than in section playoffs?
Section playoffs. On the other hand, 4-22 is Apple Valley. But like we mentioned at the beginning of the year, or beginning of the broadcast, Apple Valley has improved pretty much every game as they've gone. And the 3 games against Eagan, the first time we played them, we beat them by 29 points. Next one was a 4-point victory for Eagan. And then now here we're in a tight one here in the section. So good confidence builder for the program with all these young kids of Apple Valley. I'm sure David Collier is win or lose. Obviously he wants to win, but he knows that this is a step forward with this program.
And they're playing tough right now.
They are playing tough.
They do not want to go home.
Picked up a foul, number 22. That's Cunningham. He's picked up his 3rd. They're getting a lot of reach-in fouls right now, and so maybe the fatigue's catching up with them a little bit. Here's Kazan. Overplay pressure. Schmitter, now Max Busley's, who has, I think, the last dribbles into traffic is Schrupfer dribbled into 3 guys, and he turns it over. Just wants to keep that ball off the floor, I think, Derek. Just keep working around, make the defense chase.
Yep.
Here we go. Here's Apple Valley slowing things down once again. It's kind of a difficult game to call, Derek, because there's just There's a lot of slow possessions and long possessions. Rims forward, no good. That would have been an eruption here by the Apple Valley crowd if that drops.
They would have liked to have that one.
Here's Kazan, Busley. Dribbles in, stops before he gets the traffic.
Big
top
man.
of the key. The big man rims no, but Kazan with a rebound. He gets an
Easy
offensive.
ball.
That's a foul on the defense, Apple Valley. Kazan goes up for the rebound, and I think that's on Ford.
Yeah, Ford did not want him to get the ball clearly there.
They both went for the ball, and I think the hands just kind of got wrapped around the upper body of Kazan, and he draws the 5th foul there on the team foul on Apple Valley. Schrupfer in, tossing the ball inbounds and gets it to Kazan here. He'll set up the offense. Ball screen by the big man off the penetration. Ball screen and three-point shot by Kazan.
That's got to feel good for Kazan. First three of the day for him.
That'll get us up to a 10-point lead here. Biggest lead of the night. Here's Hanna in the short corner. Wheels it around. Here's Mitchell just working that perimeter. Inside post, high post to Cunningham. There's Tazazu from the corner. Rims no good. Mass Buxley. And now we want to take some time.
Yep.
Just take care of the basketball and we will do okay. But as soon as I say that, we throw it errantly in for an easy layup by Apple Valley. Ill-advised pass there. Busley wasn't looking for the ball. He was just clearing out. Here's Kazan going all the way rim, tipped around, no good. Apple Valley thinks it's off Oscar Kazan, but we'll stay with Apple Valley.
Eagan.
I think Apple Valley's probably right. That went off of Kazan, but the reason why he lost the ball is that the defender's arm, he was holding Oscar's arm, and so it's either a foul or a ball out of bounds, and they just chose to give the ball to Eagan, which is fine.
I like it. I like the call.
So here's Kazan, another three. So back-to-back three, Oscar Kazan. That'll extend the lead here by 11. And now Apple Valley, as long as they want to take time off the clock. Here's Mitchell from the corner, no good. Cunningham skies for the rebound. Another one, Ford dribbles in, no good. Throws at the feet of Young. Ford, no. Offensive rebound, and that'll be a foul on the floor. Apple Valley will take it out of bounds. Is that on Jack Hansen, Derek?
Yes, it was. Kazan definitely feeling good from beyond the arc right now, that's for sure.
4.5 to go. Now we want take a little bit of clock here. Just make sure we take care of the ball. Got to take care of the ball. Apple Valley is not explosive in the sense that they score quick, although Mitchell is capable of that. Here's Mitchell up top, guarding by Schrupfer, calling out his offense. Gets a ball screen by number 35, Shockley. Switched off on Busley. Rims around, we got a travel, slid his foot. Great switch off defense there by Schrupfer, and then Busley, and then finished by Searing, and then he stumbles by that surprise, and he gets the travel. Eagan ball, 45-34. Full court press, gets it to Schrupfer. Bumped around the backcourt, loses the ball once again, picks it back up, loses it, and here we go, Apple Valley. Then we got body and a foul. That's going to go against Eagan. Got a little bit in between. Searing wanted that charge, and
just couldn't get set.
Couldn't quite get set. Schrupfer, Liam Madigan in for Schrupfer. Unfortunate minutes here the last couple of times. Schrupfer got himself a little bit in trouble with the dribble, went into some traffic and got it picked away from him.
And that was a much-needed bucket for Apple Valley right there.
Yeah, but we got a free throw coming, 9-point lead, just under 4 to go. That's Acharo with the steal in the basket. Hard off the glass, and Carruthers gathers the rebound, and here's Kazan. Overplaying defense, very, very high energy. Liam Madigan wheels it around to the right side. Baseline penetration cut off by Young. And here's Kazan. Want to work that high post and have some backdoor cuts. Here's Madigan, skip pass over to Carruthers. Now Kazan in the corner, working some clock, 3.5 minutes to go, still a 9-point lead. Trevor Searing, backside poke away by Mitchell, and that's going to be a foul. Oscar will go to line shooting a 1-and-1. Probably Mitchell's fourth, and that is the accurate case. Mitchell come onto the bench. I don't know that I'd take him out, to be honest. Especially, well, it's a defensive possession. I thought it was a man-to-man, or a one-on-one. I guess they got one more defensive possession here for a foul. Kazan here, 3 minutes to go, just over 3. Kazan wheeling around, spins around, wild shot, no good. And here comes Apple Valley. Corner shot, three-pointer on the corner, rims, no good. Searing battling for it. Carruthers chases it down. 3-on-3. Here's a Max Busley from the corner. Busley. That's Busley's 4th 3, I think, in the second half.
I think so.
And that'll really make it tough unless we don't take care of the ball and we go to the free throw line. That's a Choro drawing the foul on Madigan, I believe.
Madigan trying to call the SWAT team right there.
Oh, that's on Busley, actually. But I think, yeah, Madigan went over to block that shot, didn't he?
Yeah.
First one up. He'll get a second. 48-36, 12-point game with 2:44 to go. Shot selection and turnovers right now. Second free throw is also a miss. Manuel Schmitter on the ground for it. We got a loose ball tie-up. That'll be Apple Valley's ball.
No ball position to Apple Valley.
Schmitter doing everything he could to keep that ball.
No, he's grinding it out. He's got the bad foot. He's limping.
Yep.
Pretty good.
3-2 back in for Apple Valley.
Apple Valley's underneath here.
Real team player right there, Mr. Schmitter.
It's been quiet, but his presence is definitely known on the rebound side and defensive side.
Everybody seems to be stepping up too.
Apple Valley, here's Ford here on the top side. Mitchell wheeling into the inside. Goes to the glass, off the rim, and good. There's Mitchell, and we get a timeout, quick timeout by Collier, Apple Valley, and that'll be a 30-second timeout. That'll cut us to 10 points. So Derek, here again, we started the game hot, and then we had kind of a lull of turnovers in the middle of that first half. Finished the half, I think, strong. Started the second half strong, and then we had a lull of turnovers. Then Max Busley kind of hit a few threes, and then we've turned it over a couple of times, and here we are. We're just kind of back and forth with some consistency issues.
Yeah, hopefully maybe coach is drawing up some plays, or just on offense maybe hit some backdoor cuts, just get a couple easy buckets to try to extend the lead a little more, to get more comfortable, and just staying with Apple Valley on defense and not make any more mistakes, really.
Trevor Searing in this spot right now is a pretty critical player. He's the press release guy, and so when he gets down in that front court, he'll stand around the free throw line, and when people get in trouble, he'll pop open and be available. And so we got full court press right here. There's Liam Madigan, Carruthers, 2 minutes to go and running. Busley. Here's Carruthers on the left wing. Works on that trap. Cross court, Kazan. Here's Busley. They don't need three-pointers right now. They just need to run some clock and take care of the basketball. They'll eventually go to the free throw line as Apple Valley will start following. But here's a layup here by Trevor Searing, just like we talked about it. All of a sudden the pressure extends. Searing gets some space in there, turns around, and goes off the glass for an easy layup. 50-38, minute and a half to go. Mitchell in the lane, no good. Liam Madigan, and there's going to be a foul on the floor, and that'll be on Eagan. That'll be on Apple Valley. Cunningham. Liam Madigan will go to the free throw line shooting 1-and-1.
Mitchell definitely not afraid to get up in there.
They called that on Madigan. Wait a minute. Who'd they call this foul on? Madigan had the ball. Yes, okay, thank you. I was about ready to go down there and help them, Derek. What do you think?
Yeah.
Because Madigan had the ball and was pulled down to the ground, and then, you know, in Apple Valley's credit, you know, why not? Let's line up for a free throw. Maybe the referees will give it to us.
See if we can sneak one out.
Here's Madigan, 1-1, or 12-point lead right now with just under 1:40 to go. Eagan has pulled the rebounders off the line, and Madigan knocks down the first one. That's a big free throw. McKenzie choosing to take the rebounders off the line just to make sure their defense is set. They don't get caught in a transition quick basket by Apple Valley. Here's Mitchell, wings around. That's Tazazu, tipped around. That's gonna go to Apple Valley on that penetration. Minute and a half to go, 52-38. Apple Valley underneath. That's Mitchell, tossed the ball inbounds. Over at Bloomington Jefferson 55, Burnsville 53 with 2 minutes to go in the game. So that's a tight one. I think this one kind of is going Eagan's way right now. Closing out the game pretty well. Mitchell with a little bit of a Harlem Globetrotters look with some dribbles between the legs, hop back, and the pit is reminding him, if he did not know, that he airballed it. And so here's Apple Valley once again with full court press. Oh my gosh. And I say, oh my gosh, because there was two hands on Liam Madigan's forearm when he turned that ball over. That needed to be a foul. Unfortunately, it's a turnover, though. It's only a foul if the refs call it, right, Derek?
I think the refs are going to let him play again. I think
yes.
That's what it's looking like right now.
Just over a minute to go, 52-40. And we're kind of in the waning seconds. Just keep that clock running, and we should be in good shape. I think we got enough points to win, Derek. We just got to go. We just got to get this last minute over.
Just stick to the fundamentals.
Get some highlights here from the other section games from Joe Kruger. Thank you, Joe. He's watching the streamlines of Jefferson and Burnsville, which we're interested in because we will play the winner of that game on Friday night at 7 o'clock here at Eagan High School, Friday, March 10th. As we wrap this game up here in the last minutes, we're up by 12 now. Jefferson 56, Burnsville 55 with 1 minute to go in that game. So that one's up for grabs. Joe Kruger keeping me posted on that one.
Eagan boys looking good right now. How about the Eagan girls basketball too? They're doing all right as well.
Section finals for the girls. Rosemount versus Eagan girls at Rosemount Thursday night. Let's get a good crowd there of Wildcat faithful over there.
Shout out coaches Madsen and Cheddar for that team right there.
They've had a great year. Here's Madigan in the backcourt working against Acharo. High post cross court. There's Jack Hansen. He'll go to the line with just under a minute to go. Jack Hansen will shoot a 1-and-1. Cunningham fouled out of the game, and he had a nice ball game, senior for Apple Valley, and he did some nice things on that high post and great couple really nice rebounds, and that ends his career, unfortunately, but got a nice round of appreciation by the fans here of Apple Valley. First free throw is good for Jack Hansen, 53-40, biggest lead here of Eagan of the night.
Nice to see Mr. Hansen get himself on the board today.
Max Busley got us started though, didn't he? We were still still within striking distance, Apple Valley was, and all of a sudden Max Busley hit like three threes. I think Oscar Kazan hit one in that mix. I think we had like 4 threes, like in about a minute or 2 minutes there.
Got us rolling, shifted the momentum. That's what we needed.
Nearly stolen away by Austin. again, Liam Madigan, he gets his hands on the ball and hands it off to Oscar Kazan. And we get some reaction by one of the players of Apple Valley, slipped. Cross-court pass, got hit again by Austin, but turnover, cross-court pass, and that's Acharo with 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, that was what the kids would say, breaking ankles right there.
So Apple Valley, 54-42. They will end their season 4-23, Derek. But what did you see out of those guys? Did you see a 4-win season team?
No, they are playing tough tonight, and it's unfortunate that, you know, their record came out like that. That's for sure.
And like I said, I've seen this team play 3 times now in the year. The first game I saw was January 21st, and that was over, you know, in the first couple of minutes of that game with a 30-point victory for Eagan. But then about 3 weeks later, Apple Valley, you know, hangs tight with Eagan, 48-52, slows down the pace. JoJo Mitchell had 19 points in that game. And that was kind of a similar game to this. I don't think the score 54-42 is indicative of the effort that Apple Valley had. So my point here with Apple Valley is, although they haven't won a lot of games, I think they're an up-and-coming team.
Yeah, definitely.
Here again, they're not giving up. They're still in that full court pressure. Quick foul that by JoJo Mitchell, and that'll be his 5th.
And Mitchell really reminding me of Emmanuel Schmitter himself, just playing varsity really all 4 years of high school.
Yeah, he led the Apple Valley crusade here with his ball handling, his ability to penetrate. But I think Eagan's defense did a nice job on him. He made a couple of buckets down low, but they were tough, contested, physical layups that JoJo missed a handful of them because of the physical defense there that Eagan had. Carruthers' first one is no good. Racing ahead is Acharo. Battling away from Searing, no good. Oscar Kazan will slow things down. Still got to get it across half court. Cross-court pass there is Carruthers. They're going to foul him again with 10 seconds to go. Or, yeah, they called a foul over there. And the pit
Apple Valley foul.
is giving the business to number 32, Christensen.
Wildcats in the double bonus.
Got a couple substitutions here coming in for Apple Valley. Looks like we're going to get some seniors on the floor here for Apple Valley in the last 10 seconds to go here. 35 Shockley, a senior. 43 Hannah, a senior. 31 Young is a senior. Number 1 Acharo is a senior. And so it's kind of nice to finish their season with their buddies that they've grown, you know, playing travel basketball, you know, all these years. Last possession turns into a turnover. That's 3-2-1, and that's the horn here. Eagan advances. Had a little bit of a scare here in that first half, Derek, but definitely came out, did what they needed to do, took care of the basketball in the second half, hit a couple of shots that they were missing from the first half. Busley in particular, Oscar Kazan hit a couple, and that'll do it for this game. Next game, I did not get a final. Let's see what Joe Kruger did say. I do have one last thing. Final alert, he says. Jefferson 58, Burnsville 55. That is the final over at Burnsville. So we have the pleasure, Derek, to watch one of the best players in the state coming to Eagan on Friday night at 7 o'clock. That'll be Eagan versus Bloomington Jefferson. And that'll be the 2-seed Eagan and the 3-seed Jefferson set Friday at 7 o'clock. Derek, that was a lot of fun calling the game with you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for all the sponsors. Thanks to ETV and The Pit. This is Pat Dorsey along with Derek Dorsey. Eagan wins 56-42 and advance in the section play. We will play Friday night at 7 o'clock versus Bloomington Jefferson. Have a good night.